Welcome to Pashtun American Community Association. Today the subject matter of our discussion and interview will be about Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is a legendary place, and our guest today is Brigadier Hadi, who will shed some light on KPK, about the detail of KPK. Brigadier Hadi, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much, Ajmal Road. KPK is an area which unfortunately is not well known to even Pathans, what to talk of other areas. It is a very, very legendary place. The history says that it is the most diverse ethnically, most varied in terrain and sports. Rather, it's a vigorous cultural spectrum. Why? Because it's an area of valor and war, of rugged men and mountains. It has got unique tribesmen. It is a history of having been influenced by invasions. There has been influx of outsiders, migration wave of people comprising of intellectuals, sportsmen, invaders, kings, attackers, even saints. And not only men and material came here, but new ideas came here. The concept, new thoughts, new religious, prints are here. And history says that it is one of the most conspicuous, it's an area which has seen maximum invasions as compared to any other region of the world. And of course, the end has been, the Sikh Shahi and then the British Raj. So this, I would say, just in introduction, I would say this.
Thank you, Brigadier Hadi. Now I would like to invite your attention to the KPK further detail about the geography of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
I think before the geography, if you allow me, I just say a few words about the march of time, about the history which, this KPK has seen. The story has started from 3500 BC, when, there was a Greece historian, Hecataeus. He carried out study, investigation. He came to know that there were a lot of, cultures at that time, a lot of dynasties. And the real story started in 2700 BC, when the Harappa culture and the the Mohenjo-daro, which was in Punjab and Sindh, those dynasties were there for about 500 years. In about 2200 BC, that finished, and then after a very long time, a very famous force, the Aryans, they came to this area. They were again here for another 500-600 years. These Aryans were basically the cattle raisers, and in their books of Sanskrit and Rig Veda, there is a mention of the Paktiomar, the Paktia area, the mention of the Pathans. That was followed by the Darius area, who was king of about 14 different countries. And that Darius dynasty, it was terminated by the invasion of Alexander the Great, who came here in 327 BC. And in fact, he stayed here for about 1 year in proper Peshawar. That dynasty was then, after his death, the Chandragupta, the Maurya dynasty came, and the kings like Ashoka and Saka and the Buddhist people, they were here for 200-300 years. And then for another 500,000 years, the Hindus and the Chinese, they ruled this area, which ultimately, finished in 1000 AD, after the death of Christ. Iswi, we call it Iswi. So that was the arrival of Subukhtagin from Ghazni. He was a king for about 30 years, and he was followed by his son, Mahmud Ghaznavi, who, that was the area when, Islam spread like a wildfire most of the Hindus, they became Muslims. And really, this area took a lot of significance on the map of the world.
Excuse me, Brigadier Hadi.
Yeah, please.
I would like to invite the attention of our viewer about Brigadier Hadi experience, who is touching to this such an important subject. Let me explain him his experience about the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He is the author of 4 books, which is written in English, 4 in Urdu, and 1 in Pashto. And it is about the concept of life, personality development, major religions of the world, leadership, and so on. We are taking the full advantage of Brigadier Hadi to shed light on the KPK situation, which he will explain it, each and everything, because of his outstanding and remarkable experience.
Thank you very much for appreciating.
No problem.
Well, I would admit that even I didn't have too much knowledge about KPK, but it was after, I was sort of forced to. So I went through and I got some, amazing facts about our area. I felt very elated and elevated and sort of proud to be belonging to this area.
Great.
Okay, now, you know that after, about the 12th century, the Wabi Khilgit and Tughlaq area, Taimur the Lung came, he did a lot of damage. He was a great, very cruel chap. And then, after 100 years, 200 years, the Mughal Empire came. And we know about them, the Babur and, and then in between, the Suri dynasty, and then the Akbar the Great and Shah Jahan, which finished at Aurangzeb, and that was followed by the period of Khushal Khan Khattak. Anyway, 1809, our friend Ranjit Singh came here. He was stationed in Lahore, but he occupied Peshawar and did a lot of atrocities and a lot of damage to this beautiful city. There was a lot of destruction of the gardens and of the trees, and he literally converted it into a military sort of cantonment. After about 50 years, the British people, they came here, they appeared, and you know the story after that. Anyway, I'll relate it to KPK, that 1902, this was declared as an independent province by the name of NWFP, and but it was being governed from Lahore. But in 1932, under Lord Curzon, it was given an independent status with an independent governor and the voting rights, and that was the period when Awami National Party, ANP, the sort of post movement, it also came to light. Bacha Khan, his era started. So it keeps on going. I think some of the things when we talk of at the end, we'll mention it there. But that is how,
Thank you, Brigadier Hadi.
Yeah.
Due to your collective representation, I would like to ask you about the geography of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Following my question, Brigadier Hadi, trying to save a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So, may I know that how you will describe Pashtun in a collective manner to the whole world because of his collective outstanding quality?
Yeah, I think there are 3 things very conspicuous. That is, the hospitality, the revenge, and the honor. These are the 3 special qualities, and they have got a direct relationship with the land, with the earth, with the culture, and these are the things which many outside invaders, they came. They occupied, no doubt, but they could not vanish, And the history of the Pathans and the Pashtuns and the Pashtunwali, it was there, it is there, and I think it will remain in times to come. I'll just say a few words about geography, just to, introduce it to the world. As you know, it has got Afghanistan to the northwest. It has got Baltistan northeast. On the east side is the Azad Kashmir. Southeast is Punjab. In the south is Balochistan. And in the southwest is the FATA area. KPK, if we talk of geography, can be distributed into three major portions. One is the settled area, which has got 25 districts. 19 are those which are the normal, the common districts, but there are 6 which are part of PATA, which we call them PATA, provincially administered tribal area. Now those are, the Chatral and the Swat and Dir, which were previously the states, and of course the Kohistan and 2 more. So these make a total of 25 districts. As far as PATA is concerned, it is under the president and controlled by the governor, but these are those tribal areas which are linked or attached with the major towns and the settled area. As far as FATA is concerned, it has a long history. FATA is the federally administered tribal area. It has got 6 regions, and it has got 7 agencies. And the agencies are, of course, Bajawar, Muman, Khyber, Orakzai, Kurum, North Waziristan and South Waziristan. North Waziristan, where the operation is going on these days. Out of these agencies, Khyber is the senior most, which was in 1879. Then is the Kurum agency, and of course then 1895 Waziristan, the 2 agencies. And in 1951, Mohman agency was commissioned, and then the latest are 1973, the Bajawar agency and the Khyber agency. There's one point just for interest. Orakzai agency is the only one which is not touching the Afghanistan border. Otherwise, all are touching Afghanistan. With this, I will just mention the Durand line, which was established between Afghanistan and Pakistan in 1893. There was a gentleman, Motamir Durand. He was a secretary in the British government. He signed a pact with Amir Abdurrahman of Afghanistan, and since then we consider that as the proper boundary line between the 2 countries.
Great. Brigadier Hadi, as we know about Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, that they have different parts, different accent and different dialects in Pashto. Also, they have multiple languages. Would you please explain about those languages which are spoken in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which normal average person don't know?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. The general impression is that in KPK, Pashto and Hindko are spoken. But it is very surprising that a lot of Urdu-speaking people, a lot of Punjabis. There is a whole language which is the Chatrali and Kohistani, Gojri, and after the coming of the arrival of the Afghanis, there is Dari, Tajik, and also Hazargi. With that, connected with that, I would just mention the rivers. We normally think that there's Kabul and Swat, but there's, Kunal, Saran, Panchkot, Bada, Kuram, Daur, Haro, Gomal, and Jo. With the area, I just say one sentence, that we are one blessed area. They are the best attractions of the world. I think it's a heaven on earth, The types of areas and the types of attractions which you can say is the paradise for the tourists. They are in our KPK. You go to Hazara side, you find, go beyond Aftabad.
Brigadier Hadi, why you say heaven of the earth?
Yeah, because these are as beautiful as they are comparable with any beautiful area of the world, whether it's Switzerland or Europe or America, or you go further towards China, Japan, or I think the only exception would be beaches. Probably some of the beaches will be more beautiful. But if you talk of areas, like the hilly areas and the attractive, beautiful areas, I think we have plenty.
Following your response, Brigadier Hadi, you have explained about the area which is one of the most beautiful area on this planet. Am I right to say that the people who live there, and once you visit there, you were impressed by their hospitality? Is it true?
Absolutely, absolutely. That is again a cultural, I think, strong point of our people. They are very hospitable, they are very receptive, they will welcome you, and they are very unique in their dresses and their language and in their culture. You go beyond Aptabad, you find Tandayani, Natyagali, Dogagali, Ayubiya, Mansera, keep going, Kaghan, Naran, Lake Sefirmalu, which is 3,500 above the sea level, Balakor, Shugran, you come to Swat area, go beyond Mingawara, Saidu Sharif, you find, Miyanda, Marwazar, Kalam, Bahrain, Madian, each, unique in its own style.
Keeping up your excellent representation, may I say that the people of this area, who belongs to different area, and when they have a collective kind of a capability to welcome guests, so are there this thing is coming up from their ancestor traditionally, they are used to, or they that's a part of their culture?
It's very nice point that you have highlighted. Obviously, no outsider has come and taught them these things. These things have come from our own land, from our own, what you call matti, from our own blood, from our own languages.
Mehman Nawazi.
Mehman Nawazi, or the hospitality. So it has got something to do with our culture. The Pathans, Pashtuns are world famous for this quality.
For hospitality.
Yeah, and definitely it has got direct relationship with the land in which they live.
Am I right? They are very, very humble and nice people.
Yeah, of course, of course there's lack of education, but there's lack of education in many other areas, but luckily they haven't turned towards crimes and towards bad side. And they are all very religious. There's a very special point that their cultural norms are based on pure, religious symptoms, or religious forces. They are very religious people. They are very simple, humble, and nice, to talk to.
And keeping up their record, do they listen and they prefer their elders? Whatever their elders say to them, they do that.
Of course, they have not.
Am I right?
They have not been influenced by the modern changes. Although the education and the computers and these things have brought very good, revolution in the world. But these things have got obviously these technical advantages. They have got certain, cultural disadvantages, and they put you at a disadvantage as compared to humility and humanity and values, and the respect of the elders and respect of the teachers and all those, basic human qualities are concerned. The modern world, lacks most of these natural qualities which a human being should have.
Excellent. President Hadi, Brigadier Hadi, I would like to ask you a question about one of the most leading personality in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Would you please shed some light on those people who are the real asset of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa?
Yeah, there are many names, who have really done wonders in bringing up this land. But just a few of them, like Sardar Abdul Qayyum, he was the man who made Islamic College. There was Khan Abdul Qayyum Khan, who established the Peshawar University. He was the second chief minister. Sardar Abdul Rahman Nishtar, he was the first governor of Punjab. Similarly, Dr. Khansa, who was the first chief minister, he was also, very, he contributed a lot in various civil and government jobs. He held many appointments. Similarly, Ghulam Ishaq Khan, General Ayub, General Yahya, Jan Fazl Haq, they were all from this area. If you go to the literary people, Hamza Shinwari, Ghani Khan, they were the great Pashto poets, and they were, Kalandar Mohman, he wrote the first Pashto dictionary. Maulana Abdul Qadir, the first director of Pashto Academy. Khatir Ghaznavi, Mohsin Hassan, Ahmad Faraz incidentally was my teacher for 2 years. Ahmad Hassan Dani, the great archaeologist, Gulji, artist. Farishan Khatak, Abdullah Jan Mahmood, there are a long list of people. If you come on to the miscellaneous names, it's...
You remind me of Abdullah Jan, known to be a Marchake.
Yeah, he was known as Marchake. He had various roles in Radio Pakistan. He was also known as Panda Khan, his famous program of Panda Khan and Pakal Khan. So he was a legend of Radio Pakistan. Then there were, like Sipahi Haider Ali. He was a Victoria Cross young man from Kohat. Captain Sher Khan, Colonel Sher Khan, he's from your Swabi. District Swabi, yes. Prithvi Raj, the first he took a role in Mughal-e-Azam, the great Dalip Kumar. Madhubala, the most beautiful lady, she was born in Mardan. And the squash, there are squash sports legions, squash, cricket, and then we have a lot of Pashto artists, Khair Muhammad, Gullan Begum, Kishore Sultan, Majabin, Ahmad Khan, Naseem Akhtar, Rafiq Shinwari, Abdur Rahman Hoor, they helped in the cultural development, in the entertainment industry, in the Pashto music, and they encouraged, the Pashto poets to write poetry for them. And, our culture, our literature is full of their contributions.
So Hadi, I would like to hear from you some final words about this segment, which is really very meaningful and very important for our viewer.
Yeah, we can say a lot about KPK, but I'll just give you a gist. It has got great people, it is a great area, it has got a great and long and a very outstanding history. It has got very great potential for the future, and it has got great diversity. And I would say that it is one of the most unique areas as far as, all the regions of the world are concerned. And I hope we are in a bit of, in the trap of capitalism and religious extremism. I hope our future is very bright, and hopefully with the passage of time, I'm confident that this talented lot will be able to overcome the poverty, and also, will be able to progress the common life, and we will see a much better future.
Thank you, Brigadier Hadi. Inshallah, Pakhtun are the great people from great area. We are
Khyber zalmi pukhto zamunga shame munga pukhtane yu pa watan muzan qurban de yu da Khyber zalmi pukhto zamunga shame munga pukhtane yu pa watan muzan qurban de munga pukhtane yu pa watan muzan qurban de